Hello, welcome. I've been expecting you. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and explain what I have done now. So basically, I've connected to my EC2 instance already, and I'm just going to go ahead and clear my screen and ls So basically, I have a number of scripts here. A script that checks all users. You can see this is my user here. These are some other users that I've created on this instance. So, and a script that deletes user. So currently I don't have any user, so I I wouldn't want to delete. My script will not work right now, but I would check it. I will use it before I finish this screencast. So I have my create user script. Create user script. So let's go inside and see what's doing the magic. So basically, this is what I have. Declare the bash, some comments here, clear, and then I initialize the I set the SSH in the skeleton folder, in the etc folder. I set it to a variable SSH called SSH. The file from which we'll be calling the names of our user, I set it to a variable as well. I create a group ahead of time, the group that the users will belong. That's sudo group add developers, and I initialize the group as a variable, just a string of course that belongs to the group. So yeah, and then I also set the public keys that will be in their SSH. I set it to a variable so that a user can always be able to access the users that are meant to be created. So this is how I did it. Now the SSH folder that will be created inside of the SQL has not been created, so this is where I'm creating it. So if that variable if it exists, say SSH folder SSH folder already exists. Now if not, create it. So this -p is saying that if the parent folders, that is SQL and what have you, does not exist, create them alongside the SSH folder that I'm trying to create, and then I'm echoing this key. I'm echoing it into the authorized key file that will be inside of the SSH folder. Inside of the SSH folder, yeah, and then echo is now ready for use, created and ready for use. So this is where I'm creating the users, basically looping through the files that have already created here, this file. So looping through it, and while looping through it, check if the user already exists. If you find the user, output this that the user already exists. If not, create the user. So this is the line where I'm creating the user with the group that has already been set as a variable. The bash, create the user with bash, and create the users with home, and then the user. So when that is done, you create the user, and this is basically from the file from which it's looping through. So and then after that, echo 20 users have been created successfully. So I'm going to quit here now and run the file. Remember, we run all our users here without having any users. So I'm going to go ahead and run this file now. So it's created 20 users successfully. It's created all the 20 users successfully. Now let's check all users to see them. Now you can see that initially where it ended was this MongoDB here. So we have the 20 users already created here, and if we check our home ls-l home, we'll find the users there. So these are the users. Oh, I didn't check earlier. I should have shown you the only users, the only user that was there before, which is myself, Ubuntu here. Now to check if our I can SSH into these users as as I can enter into the user. Now before now I have already created um, the private key uh, inside of my ID RSA file in my .ssh in the Ubuntu user. So let me go in the Ubuntu user. Let me first list what's inside the Ubuntu user .ssh. So I have this. I have authorized key. I have the .rsa, and I have the known host. So if I go here and say cat.ssh id, so this is the private key that was given in the in the assignment. So if I come here now, because I've done this before, it wouldn't prompt me, but if I come here and say ssh one of the users, let me grab one of the users, let me say allow, let me say ssh allow at, okay, let me grab my public IP here. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's so my public IP, let me grab it, and so yeah, SSH into it. Oh, there's a mistake there. SSH to ask me, yeah, I mean, can you see? Allow. I'm not allow. I'm no more Ubuntu anymore. I've left that user, and if I exit, I'm back at Ubuntu. So this is it. Now I created the user. I can delete the user. I can create them again. I can do it. I've made all that seamlessly. Now let me run all users again. Or let's cat no, let's list -l /home. You see, these are all the users. Now if I do -l delete users, I've deleted all the users. Now if I run this again, I can only find this user, which is me. And if I run all users again, I can't find the users anymore because I've deleted them. Now to create them seamlessly, you're going to say create users. All the users are created, and if I go to the home again, you can have them. So thank you very much. Thank you.